It doesn't matter what I would do now. I would say I always have to come back home, like family, children, house and everything, and not like what I'm doing right now.
Oye, te hablo desde la prisión, Wilson Manyoma, Borbona.
What I'm doing now in salsa, it's fun, it's nice, and that's what I wanted to do and to have actually. It's like being asked to travel, to teach in every different congress or festival around Europe or around the world.
Maiwenn Oplinus voor Salsa Surprise.
Talal and Ali.
It was a Friday in March 2000, I would say. I was just finishing my service at the restaurant and I was going back home. And then I just wondered, I said, why do I have to go home now? Maybe I would just have like a simple walk in the city center. And then I passed by this little street where the Monte Cristo is. At that moment where I was just passing by, the security guard was just like opening the door to let someone in or out, and then I heard the music. I used to hear that music before in the radio in Morocco and stuff, but I never knew it was salsa and that people could dance on it. Everything started here in 2000. Now after 10 years and some hard work, I'm teaching and performing in Brussels, Belgium, Europe, and even outside Europe. Being a salsa dancer and performer and teacher is never enough. So I had to sell my image, I would say, by being in most of the places, most of the salsa places, dancing with all the people, being, let's say, social with people, being able to be touched and reached by people, smiling all the time. Let's say, I would say, for example, it's like it's a showbiz thing, so you don't. It's like somehow you don't have the right to be mad, to be sad, to be upset, to be yourself. If you are making your job out of it, you don't have the right to have your privacy, I would say. You need to be available to people. It doesn't matter what I would do now. I would say I always have to come back home. I will always have to have this kind of, let's say, perfect life like where I used to live before, like family, children, house and everything, and not like what I'm doing right now, which is like traveling all the time, from weekend to weekend, from airport to airport, from city to city.
الجزائر وعليها وراني حاير وبغيت نروح لها صاير والفكر كيف سهل وفراق كان ما قدرت عنه والفكر كيف سهل وفراق كان ما قدرت عنه وهران زينة البلداني واللي غرامها رشاني ولا سعيدة واللي رباتني والفكر.
The influence I have in me, I will always have like, I will always stick to that background when I say, okay, I have to come back home somehow. Nowadays, I have like a lot of work here in Europe that I don't even have time to go back to Morocco. So my visits to Morocco now are like really limited to once a year, maximum twice a year.
فيك كيف سهل وفراق أما قدرت عنه وهرب.
Basically, Belgium is not my motherland, so I wouldn't love to be in a place or in a country where it would look different and feel different, and people maybe would like just feel the difference and everything. So it's I have to respect the rules and the traditions and the culture of the new country. Okay. I will always keep my own roots inside in culture and what has to do with Morocco and the Arab culture and the Islam. Well, as a child, I was, if I still remember, I was like as social as I am now. That means I was all the time like going to people, going like making new friends and everything. Wherever I go, I was a mix of being like. An easygoing little boy, but also someone who can be like very like playful and with a lot of energy when I meet like other children and stuff like that. We were living in kind of let's say a popular neighborhood in a poor one in Morocco. My parents didn't want me like to get mixed with all those children outside. They want me to have like really strict education, to be really good at school, and not to be like a bad boy. I would say like most of the guys of the neighborhood.
So this was the main door, okay? That was like the main door for the people who were like used to come from the neighborhood here, okay? They come by foot. But as we were living far, we had a school bus. The school bus used to come from here. And this is like the main like square was to play.
My mother was like the one who was like let's say like punishing and educating and but being tender at the same time and like being the soft side of the family, and the father was the like let's say the untouchable person, the highest voice of home, and like he never actually like punished me or anything, but just the fact of like hearing his voice or something was like already scary. So that's how I remember actually my childhood. Let's say 2 weeks before coming to Belgium, I wasn't realizing that I actually quitting the country. So I was busy with the preparation, what do I have to take with me and everything, that excitement of like going for a new adventure. But the day itself, when I had to take the bus, that was really the, say, where am I going? That was really the reality, and it was like, oh damn, I'm leaving my country. And of course, when I went into the bus, and I went into the bus, I was okay. Everything was perfect. And at the moment that I turned my face to see my people saying bye, and I was really seeing for the first time my father resisting not to cry, that was like really the hardest thing ever. So I came in and I was like let's say coming to a world which is completely different from where I used to live before. And then coming to a new world which is like beautiful, nice people, good looking, very well dressed, smelling nice, and all this nice music and people were dancing and stuff. So for me it was just like, how can it be? I mean, how a world like this exists? So it was like something completely new for me. So I was just like completely charmed and attracted. But somehow it doesn't go with the perfect life of the family where I have, for example, to stay with my children, with my wife during the weekend, do normal stuff like going to the park, going to picnic, going to do shopping with my family and everything. And that's not my case right now. You cannot actually mix a nightlife and a family life.